Hey everyone, thank you so much for clicking on this video, for joining me on my channel. And as you read correctly in the title, yes, I sold my company, and let's talk about it. So if you are meeting me for the very first time, my name is Tracie Collins. I am and always will be a CEO. I am an entrepreneur, an author, and a speaker. And now I spend my time not only in my new home in San Miguel de Allende, Mexico, but I also help to support entrepreneurs. Hopefully the sound isn't too much because I'm right outside of a window. Um, so I spend my time supporting entrepreneurs, business owners, executives to strategize the growth and scalability of their companies, helping them with marketing, understanding their target demographic, scalability, data analytics as it pertains to their respective industries, and more. I support primarily Black women in creating businesses. I believe that we have so much to offer in this world, and if we just take what we know and monetize on it, you'll be surprised about the need that you will be able to serve in your business. So let's talk about me. So yeah, I sold my company, and my company was the National Black Doulas Association. I founded the company in October 25th, 2017, after 17 years of being a birthing professional, starting out in the year 2000, all the way up until just yesterday, of 23 years, 2 decades plus. And the trajectory was really, really long, you guys. And if anything, I can say I learned more about myself than I did anybody else. And I will always tell people that in that particular field. So, why I sold my company? It was time. Honestly, it was time. It was time for me to retire from that particular industry. I will always be a wellness expert as it pertains to women and people with uteruses, and from sexuality, wellness, birthing, fertility. That will never go away. Being a midwife is in the fabric of who I am. It is, I embody wellness as far as everything that I think about, teach, study, and how I approach my personal life to how I approach all business ethics, acumen, and strategy. However, it was just time for me to move on and do something different. I have been feeling the burning sensation to sell the company for at least 2.5 to 3 years. And it was in the beginning of last year that I sought out an expert who is an attorney who helps business owners and entrepreneurs strategize their exit plan for their businesses. So for me, I was tired too, you guys. To be honest and fully transparent, I was exhausted. I was mentally drained. I was emotionally drained. I was becoming physically exerted. My body was showing signs of high levels of stress, from tension headaches to just the lack of sleep, a lot of anxiety. And because had reached the point of it's time for me to pass the torch, every day became laborious for me pertaining to my company. And just to give you a little bit of context, I launched and founded the National Black Doulas Association, the NBDA for short, because I wanted to help mitigate the Black maternal death rate in America, the United States of America. As we know, and what all the data supports, is that Black women are, according to statistics, 3 to 4 times more likely to die as it pertains to childbirth related causes. I always like to say it was 4 to 5 times more likely to die as it relates to childbirth related causes that were 9 times out of 10 preventable causes due to the severe neglect embedded in Western medicine that really steeps back into slavery times. And so everything that came across my desk was a fight. Everything that came across my desk was, Tracie, you are, a leading expert in your field. You've done something that nobody has ever done as it pertains to Black and brown people who are birthing. Now, let me say this. It was an honor to be able to create such an establishment. I met a ton of amazing, amazing Black women who were ready to lead the charge, make the change, be a part of the change. But at the same time, it got tiring always being the answer. And being a Black woman in America, people will look at you to to exhaust your intellectual property and not think that you are due compensation. And that is another area of fight that I was always dealing with. And it comes from the smallest person to the largest corporation. There are many corporations that will come to and want specific, like they will want to interview me, they will want me to be a part of their consulting team, they will want to meet with me just to pick my brain, they will oh no. Is this? Oh, sorry, y'all. It timed out. So hopefully it's still going. But it's so many things would be happening, all the requests, all the asks, but there was very little exchange in value. And so as I fought for Black and brown birthing professionals to have pay equity, myself on the executive side and being the CEO was like, you guys are not, I don't roll like that. Literally check who you're referencing to speak. And so, and then also just seeing the constant thread of Black women still dying as it pertains to preventable causes in the States. And it was just such a task, and I was done. I was done. And I never created the MBDA to be about me. It was always about us. It was always about the greater good. And I'm so honored to that the ancestors chose me and God made a pathway for me to get it done. But it did not come without a lot of efforts that went behind it. So not first and foremost, but so that is my primary reason why, and I'll talk about what I'm doing next. But I would love to thank all of the members of the MBDA from the very beginning of the first year up until present day. I would love to thank all of the instructors from the very beginning of the instructors that I've brought on board. I would love to thank my attorneys. I would love to thank my staff for dealing with me, because it's not an easy task to deal with me, and also to see the ask that come through. And then to deal with the day-to-day. So Kayla, not only is she my daughter, but she was just great with helping to support moving everything along, with our COO, who would always read over the fine bullet points, who dealt with our systems, who dealt with the major contracts that would come through. So I would just, like to thank them. I would like to thank my, the accountants that I had at the particular time, like everything that it takes to run a business. And I would just, I like to thank me, because I mean, at the end of the day, it was my innovation, it was my vision, it was my level of creativity, savviness, and being a forever student as it pertains to business. Now, this is all about business at the end of the day, but being the face or the leader, it was like my body is now retaliating against what I see fit for my life, and I need my life now to go in a different direction. So, I hope that helps to answer some questions. Um, how do I feel? I feel relieved. I feel happy. I feel I need to rest primarily. I feel like I can breathe. I feel like a lot of things have been taken off my shoulders, which it has in a sense. I am still a consulting figure for the MBDA, for the new CEO, Brandy, who was the perfect buyer for this company, or for the MBDA. She was not only did she was with the MBDA from pretty much its inception, but she just embodies the entire fabric of what it really stands for. So not only am I still a consulting figure for the company to help move a lot of bigger projects forward that I have been working on, but she's going to be working closely with me, or I'm going to be working closely with her, helping her to build her business acumen now to this executive level. So I may not be there, but I'm still there, but I'm not there. So don't ask me nothing. Don't email me nothing. Don't talk about nothing about the MBDA. The company now handles that. Brandy is now the leader, and her team is now, on board. So I would also like to thank the business broker that I use, my exiting strategy attorney that I used, just the team that was behind the process. It moved slower than I wanted it to go as far as finding the right buyer. Because I knew the kind of buyer that I did not want. I did not want somebody who did not understand and just wanted it for looks, because people love to attach themselves to black and brown causes without really being, without really being a part of a community or understanding. They really just want to take it and monetize on it. And I did not want to sell us out like that. That's not how I roll. So I prayed for, just like I prayed for the company before it even started and who it would impact, but I prayed for the ideal buyer. And I really wanted the ideal buyer to be in-house and not somebody walking in, or a corporation walking in wanting to attach themselves just for the looks of it or the gains of it. So, yeah. Today is Thanksgiving in the States, but it doesn't even feel like it. Like, since transitioning to Mexico, it's like, oh, okay, so y'all want me to cook? I really don't want to cook. My house is still hollow. We're expecting furniture delivery today. So we're still in the midst of transition, but I will say the year of 2023 has been a transitional year for me. If I could sum it up in one word, it's been a transition, and there have been peaks and valleys and losses and gains from it being my year of transition. But when I said I was leaving the United States, I meant that. I absolutely meant I was leaving. And no matter where I go, I'm never without sources of income. As long as, number one, I've set us up for, to always, me particularly in my home, to make money. I will always be a CEO. I will always have a brand. And I love sharing the information and coaching people how to do the exact same, because I'm not a gatekeeper. Um, yeah. So now, not now, but I have two things, well, several things that I am working on. One, earlier this year, I launched TC Business Solutions. And what it is, like I said, there are just different elements to working with me, from business coaching privately to group mentorship. For business owners of all aspects, and then also for people who are looking to do what I've done, which is transition with or without your business abroad, and how to do that, because there are a lot of things that take place when it comes to transitioning a business, being a business person, being a no nonsense, and understanding strategies, policies, taxes, procedures, set up systems, set up. There's all kinds of things that go into the infrastructure in embedding and creating and transitioning and working and marketing your business, and also understanding your target demographic. Another thing is being okay with change. Like, a lot of us are so complacent with our life, and complacency never worked well with me. That is not how I'm designed. I don't believe in complacency. I will never be complacent. I will always have personal and, business goals to achieve. So there's a TC Business Academy, Business Solutions Academy. There is, oh, this side, y'all. It's hard on the camera. Of course, my book is coming out. So that's another project that I've been working on for nearly 2 years. So it's about to be released. So I'm excited about that. I have other books. So I have a lot of literary efforts in the pipeline. Real estate, y'all, has always been a passion of mine. So investing, money into more real estate. And right now, I don't want to own a home personally for me to live in. I want to create something that is going to be income driven, like generating, like income drivenating. Okay, my brain, I can't talk. Income driving streams. We'll just take it there, okay? Streams of revenue. So there's the real estate aspect, and what it's going to be for more people who are seeking to come abroad and explore. I am not going to set up all of the systems to make your transition easy. I think people can figure that kind of stuff out on their own with support in place, and I can direct them to the needed and necessary areas, but to provide them a place to lay their head. So that is something that I've already been working on, and that is in the pipeline as well. I am going to travel. I love seeing the world. I love learning about other cultures. I love being in the place that I am right now. Mexico has a lot to offer, see, and do. So I plan to take advantage of that, but also to take, more bigger trips across the world and abroad, just, to see. I'm not planning to transition anywhere else as far as living is concerned. I'm very comfortable and satisfied and pleased in where we landed. And so, yeah, that's what's next for me. It is not only about my book. Okay, so this is the part, these were my samples that were sent to me, but my book being released, it is also about my creative endeavors, because I have a team of people who believe in the projects that I have been working on and have come through me. So we are in the process of developing those as well. So yeah, your girl I'm still busy. I'm still a CEO. I'm still running my company. It just is different now. It looks different. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited to just breathe. Whew. I'm excited to just breathe. I'm excited to trust the creator for my next steps. I'm excited to see how I can continue to be a global impact and tell our stories as Black women, because no matter what I do, I'm gonna tell our stories. That is, I am a storyteller who just tells stories through businesses and creative aspects and ways. That's a part of, I don't know, legacy. I don't know. I've recently heard a term legacy, yeah, pertaining to legacy that's a little bit different. So, but that's a part of what I do. I will continue to tell our stories as Black women. And I have to speak from that voice because I am one. I can't talk about being nobody else or how to do nobody else, because that's not my story. That's not my footsteps. But I will always tackle the taboo subject matters pertaining to us. And to me, also a taboo subject matter, even though we see it more and more, is Black women who own businesses, but we're not talking about the success or the rate of return, or we're not talking about successful exit strategies. We're just talking about the do. And I will say this about owning a business and creating a company: you never want to create a company without an exit plan. You are not your company. You're not. You are not your company. It may be coming through you, but you are serving a population, a demographic, a related cause, providing, products and or services. People may be buying into the product and or service because you may be the face, but you also have to have an exit strategy, because your life is going to evolve, you are going to evolve, times are going to change, and you are not going to be the same person that you are or were when you created the company. So when people work with me, when I coach entrepreneurs, when I coach executives, it's like we're thinking about now as far as what you want to create, and I understand that creative energy, but we also have to think about the latter part. How are we exiting this? Your business needs to stand on its own. Systems, policies, procedures, personnel, all of the things need to be in place in order for you to be able to kind of hand it over. And you want to make sure that in your transition, as far as an exit, that it is smooth. So I am grateful to say we had such a smooth, easy sale of my company, and it was not something that was a daunting task. The most daunting part of it was the fact that how long it took for me to find the ideal buyer. But once she came forward, it was like, we closed in, once we closed in a month. Yeah. Was it a month? I think so. A little over a month. Um, it was really easy. And I learned a lot about that process as well. So helping entrepreneurs strategize their exit, when it's like you have to raise a child, wanting them to be a productive citizen in life. And so it is the same thing with your business approach. So I have to go cook, y'all. But in the bigger picture, hopefully this answers a lot of questions for people who have sent me messages. Another thing, oh my God, I'm the kind of person that I think people are not paying attention to anything that I do, and I'm being overlooked. I really think like that. So to see the messages, the inbox messages, the text messages, the Facebook messages, the YouTube messages, the IG messages, all the congratulations. Oh my God. Thank you guys so much. And I will say this, you never know who you are impacting. So you want to make sure that you know, just move ethically. You never know who's watching. Yeah, so that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Hopefully, this provides answers and context. I'm excited about the next level of my life. I'm going to take the remainder of 2023 and rest. Yeah. I mean, I still have, entrepreneurs and CEOs that I'm supporting right now through businesses, but like on the bigger scale of things, I'm gonna take some time and rest. I'm gonna get our home settled. Honey and I are gonna get our home settled here in San Miguel, and just like trust Creator for next steps. So, did I have lipstick on my teeth? All right, y'all. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And if you are interested in getting on my calendar, all of the links are below. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. My content is always centered around my life here in Mexico and business. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.